Boca Raton. See the synopsis. Neurotic Jerome forces his hypochondriacal dog, Achu, to pose as his emotional support animal. But the canine becomes increasingly uncomfortable with perpetuating this charade. And the characters are Achu, the dog, played by an actor or actress of any age, it says.
I can do it there.
Okay. And Jerome is a 20 to 50-something man. I think that's within your... And the set is a sparsely furnished living room with a dog toy on the floor. The man and his dog are engaged in a heated argument.
Jerome, we have to talk.
Oh, so what is it this time, Achu?
I hate your name.
It makes me laugh. When people call you Achu, I say Gesundheit.
Not funny. You've heard the joke 1,000 times.
Always gets a laugh, especially with the ladies.
Oh, sure. You're a big hit with the ladies, Jerome. I'm a babe, but you can't close the deal.
Don't take it out on me because you're in a bad mood.
I can't keep pretending to be something I'm not. I'm not a therapy dog.
We've been through this before, Achu.
Gesundheit!
So it's funny when you do it, but not me?
I'm just giving you a taste of your own medicine. I hate the charade that I'm on your therapy dog.
It saves me from paying a fee on the airplane, you ungrateful dog. You want to sit in a cage in the hold?
I'd rather stay at home instead of traveling with you.
Dog sitters cost $50 a day. I can't afford that. Your Chewy-Com bill is more than my mortgage.
It's not just the plane. You take me into stores with that ridiculous jacket on that says, therapy dog.
That outfit sent me back $80 at Wags to Riches.
What's next to Jerome? You pretend blind and say me you're a service dog?
Now that seems really disingenuous. Besides, you don't have the skill to be a service dog.
Oh, that hurts, Jerome. You don't support my dreams and my efforts to improve myself.
Don't start at you. I'm not paying for you to take online courses at the University of Phoenix. You aren't even good at this job.
No one's buying that I'm your therapy dog, Jerome. Therapy dogs are supposed to ignore people and other dogs. I'm a people person.
Hugging people's legs doesn't make you a people person. It makes you Harvey Wolfstein. Weinstein, get it?
Oh, you're too funny. No wonder you can't get a date.
I thought giving you a job and a title would add meaning to your life.
My life does have meaning when you're not around. Thank you very much. You're just too needy. You really don't need company to go to the grocery store. If you have separation anxiety, call me as you walk up and down the aisles. And would it kill you to pick me up a treat every now and then?
You're the only dog I've ever met who doesn't want to ride in the car. And God forbid I open a window and mess up your fur.
Excuse me for taking pride in your appearance, Jerome.
I wish you'd take pride in your housekeeping. That damn chew toy I bought you is always underfoot.
Jerome picks up a dog toy and dangles it in front of Achu.
Can't you put it away in the toy chest I gave you?
OCD and sheep. You're a catch, Jerome.
Says the dog who's so anal he has to poop at the same time every day.
I can poop in a house if you prefer.
I'm tired of tripping over your things at you.
Gesundheit. I'm starting to like this game.
Wanting to keep my bachelor pad neat doesn't make me obsessive compulsive.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you need to bring a date home once a millennium to call it a bachelor pad.
Don't get me started on your psychological issues, Achu. I'm starting to think you're agoraphobic.
I like going out. Just not with you.
Ouch! I thought being my therapy dog gave you a sense of purpose.
Maybe a raise would give my life more meaning. I need a little walking around money.
Oh, you already get free medical care. Your vet bills are driving me to the poorhouse.
I'm a purebred. We have more medical problems than mutts.
You're a hypochondriac. The pet insurance company canceled your policy.
Your buddy Melvin worships his dog, even though she's costing him an arm and a paw.
And that dog worships him. You, on the other hand, give me no respect. I pay more for your prescriptions than my own.
Look at your friend Marcia. She cuts her own pills in half so she can afford to pay the vet bills for her dog. Marcia gives that dog shots every morning for his diabetes. In return, he pees on her. Count your blessings, Jerome.
You've given me a great idea.
Marcia, I'm making you an offer you can't refuse. For $1,000, I can make your dog problem go away. Don't ask any questions. Just leave the money in small bills in one of those green poop bags.
So, that's my future? When I get really sick, you'll hire a hitman or a hit dog. I don't even know who you are, Jerome.
I'm the only guy in the world whose dog needs a pill organizer.
And you can cut corners by ordering my drugs from India. My pills taste like curry.
Marcia's dog loves Indian food.
Why don't you date a pharmaceutical rep so she can hook you up with samples? Oh wait, I forgot. You can't get a date, let alone a hot pharmaceutical rep.
You know what, you can be replaced. There's a federal law that allows all kinds of emotional support animals. A guy in Florida had an emotional support squirrel. Maybe I'll buy a miniature horse or a pot-bellied pig. They probably won't eat as much as you.
Oh, that hurts, Jerome. Are you trying to make me anorexic? Don't I have enough problems already?
Spare me the pity party, Achu. Tell you what, I'll change your title from therapy dog to emotional support dog. I'll even buy you a new vest. Satisfied?
Oh, you can't put lipstick on a dog by giving me a fancy title. You've made the life I lead foolish.
Please don't quote Love Actually to me, Achu.
Here I am, therapy.
Emotional support dog, Achu.
Okay, emotional support dog. And I get no support from you. I heard about a lady who has a nanny for her 6 dogs, and she pays for all of them to fly first class from New York to Palm Beach.
Look around you, Achu. This isn't Mar-a-Lago. If you don't fly for free, we're driving and you'll be riding on top of the car.
And what about all those frequent flyer miles? What happened to them? Did you use them to take Cynthia to Cancun?
She turned me down and said, I can't go for that, no Cancun.
I don't get it.
It's a twist on a Hall & Oates song from 1981. I'll play the cassette tape for you.
Just because I'm 50 in dog years doesn't mean I don't know music from before I was born. And do you realize that people don't listen to any cassettes anymore? Don't you, Jerome?
Listen, Achu. You're dead weight around here. Get a job and move out if you're unhappy. Maybe you could be a bomb-sniffing dog or a police dog.
Oh, that sounds dangerous, dude. And I'm a people person.
I know, you told me.
One day, he'll drive me to the vet, and I'll end up in that room where they turn pets into Sully and Green.
You watch too many science fiction movies.
If I really start costing you money, you'll become a plug.
I would never do that. I'm just saying, you could contribute a little more to this household by doing your job and not thinking every headache is a brain tumor.
You cheap bastard. I'll give you emotional support. I wear a stupid vest, and all you do is complain about money. Huh. You'll miss me someday.
Have you been hanging out with my mother again, Achu? Don't play the guilt case on me.
Maybe you could spring for me to get some therapy. I'm just not happy.
Jerome hands at you the dog toy from the floor.
Play with your dog, Achu. Your toy, Achu. That always seems to cheer you up.
Is this your idea of therapy? I'm touched.
Man up, Achu.
Really, Jerome? That's your advice to a dog? Man up.
He sighs heavily and drops the toy.
Okay, then cheer up.
It's not that easy. I'm depressed.
So am I. Some therapy dog you are. I need to go out for a walk.
He trips over the dog toy, falls, and screams in pain.
How many times have I told you not to leave your toys around? I think my leg's broken.
This is my big break. I can be a genuine therapy dog and stop living a lie.
He smiles broadly.
Thanks, Jerome. You're the best.
Oh, that's great. Oh, okay, Les is not here. So, what would you like to tell him?
He came all the way from Boca Raton.
We should tell him that the two actors did a great job.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought it was very good. Do we have any,
I was wondering, they both have the line, "that really hurt," when one says something the other, and I would change one to something else. So, you know,
Oh, was that,
so they don't duplicate the line.
was that a mistake? That you read the same line?
No,
Oh,
in different parts.
oh, in different
But they-
parts. Oh.
One says something snarky, the other
Right.
one says, "that really hurt."
Yeah,
I would change one of them to something else.
okay.
I like the basic conceit of it, of a man talking to his therapy dog. Very timely, and he was like a curmudgeon, you know, the dog, and
Yes.
an interesting character. I wonder what opportunities there are for physical movement, was, you know, to play.
To perform it.
Yeah.
And the other question remains of how much of a dog, costume-wise.
Yeah, or behavior too.
Yes, yes.
But there's plenty of opportunity for movement.
Yes.
I mean, he
Yeah.
picks up the dog, the toy
Toy.
gives to him, and they're both very annoyed with each other.
Yes,
So there's a lot of, back-to-back
Yeah.
moving away.
yeah. Yeah, we've done a couple of plays with, dogs in them. And we were talking about,
So,
Sylvia, which is,
Oh,
and she did it really with no costume, and she just crawled around. But we did a backstage at a dog, like Westminster, and they were all getting prepped.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That was
very
Nancy's
sweet,
play. They were all getting prepped for, going on,
yeah.
and they each had their different personalities, but she did it with, a little bit of costume. It was,
When we did it, I don't think Carol had a costume, but she was phenomenal.
yeah,
It was her movement,
I love the dog. I think that's something that we all are so afraid of, that our dog knows us that intimately, that sees all of our weaknesses, and I think that the dog's dialogue was wonderful.
I'll tell you one thing, if I see Ron in a kennel, I'm taking him. I can't resist that.
I just like the concept that, because a lot of people, it seems like people use a good excuse to have a therapy dog.
oh, therapy
So
dog,
there's a
therapy
lot of
parrot.
comedy in there.
Therapy hamsters.
Yeah, they have begun to limit what they will accept
People are
as
trying all
therapy.
kinds of things, the miniature ponies and all kinds of
Yeah,
stupid
they're all
things.
kinds of things.
But they're all therapy dogs, aren't they? All our household dogs, aren't they therapy dogs anyway? They just don't wear the vest.
Well, if you want them to fly free.
Oh. Yeah, I know.
I've got a therapy hamster.
Yeah,
Anything you can sit and pet.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I have a question for all of you. I have two more plays, a drama and a comedy. And time is getting late. Are you willing to do both of them, or should I just pick one? Are you good? Yes? Okay. Oh, they're 9 and 10 pages, they're short, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then let's do the drama first then, so we can end with the comedy. Okay, so I need, let me see, who we have here next? Charles, will you be Shell, please?
Shell.
Shell, yes, let me figure out my code. Okay, and, let's see, not too many. Vicky and Marjorie, will you come up and be, Vicky, will you be Tonya? And Marjorie, will you be Mrs. Withers?
Mrs. Withers.
Yes.
Like Jane Withers?
I don't know. Stage directions. Who would like to do stage directions? Tony, you want to do?
Gives me a chance to hear that.
You did that already.
I know.
Okay, I didn't turn it off and on, and I'll edit.
Do you want it, is it on?
No, it's on, I just left it on.
Okay.
So I'll just edit it down to now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I highlighted for you.
Yeah. We'll skip this part.
Okay. No, that you should.
You want that as
Yeah,
well?
yeah.
Okay, characters, Tonya, college senior at a good school, African American. Shell, college senior roommate of Tonya, Caucasian. Ms. Withers, director, Campus Women's Center, African American.
Right, you should say the name and the playwright. The name of the piece and the playwright, which is on the first one.
That would help.
It's called The Assaults. The S is in parentheses. Marilyn, Barner, Anselmi.
Thank you.
The setting, outside and in the director's office at the Campus Women's Center, present day. Synopsis. Shell talks Tonya into reporting an on-campus sexual assault to
Did
the
I
new...
make a mistake about Shell? Is Shell a woman? Oh, yeah, roommate. I'm sorry, Shell is a woman. Okay. Yeah. I'll get you on the next one, okay?
Okay.
I do apologize. Charlotte, you want to complete Shell? My fault.
I thought it was Shel Silverstein.
Yeah.
I forgot. Not like I haven't just been reading this.
Excuse me.
Because the playwright didn't say.
Yeah, but they're all roommates, and you'll
Anyway,
see,
Well, I
you'll
thought
see
it
as
was
the,
one of those.
yeah.
co-
No, you'll see as the play
co-ed
develops that
movie.
it should be a woman.
Have you read the play?
Okay. And now who am I?
You're
Shell.
Shell.
Okay. Caucasian. Woo-hoo.
Okay.
Okay, so,
You can fake that, come on.
Shell talks Tonya into reporting an on-campus sexual assault to the newly formed Me Too-inspired Campus Women's Center. The reveal of the alleged perpetrator forces the director to face her own personal choices. Outside Campus Women's Center, Shell walks on stage, looks around, looks back, beckons.
Come on, Ton. You gotta do this.
I don't gotta do anything.
You have to. All women have to muster the
And you have to climb off my case and off that tired old white women's rights feminist soapbox shit.
Okay, I just,
Not your job to fix this for me.
I know, but we can't let him get.
We?
Oh, sorry. Okay, this is tough. No, not even tough, this is,
Hell.
yeah, hell.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And just so you know, you don't know, and I hope to Christ you never do.
But if I do, if any of it happens to me, wouldn't you be right here making me do this?
Yeah, of course, you know I would.
That's why you have to do this, so he can't.
I know, do this ever again.
That's my brave girl, sorry, woman.
So this is it?
Yep. And remember, I told you what she said during her.
With this groundbreaking proclamation from our esteemed university president, we're leading the way in implementing a zero-tolerance policy for any type of sexual harassment on campus. Blah, blah, blah.
It is inspiring.
No kidding, you recite it in your sleep.
Do I?
Hell, and we don't use it
Not unless
it's,
absolutely necessary. I know.
she
I'm
pulls
sorry,
out her.
Tanya takes the phone and pushes it back into Shell's cell.
Thanks, Shell.
Don't. Really, you don't have to.
Yeah, I do. I don't like being your project. But I think, I know, I would've gone crazy or crazier without you during this.
Yeah, well, sisters gotta stick together. Do you want me to,
Tanya steps forward and knocks on the door. Miss Withers answers.
Ladies, come in.
They enter.
And which one of you is Shell?
I am Director Winters.
Ms. is fine. I don't get caught up in titles. I find them far too restrictive, not to mention the pretension.
Shell turns to Tanya and makes a "I told you" face. Shell puts out her hand and enthusiastically.
Shell Rogers, I heard you speak at the Student Center last week, and it was...
Inspiring, so I've heard ad nauseum.
Did you attend?
No, but secondhand smoke is powerful stuff.
A shame. We need to get all our students of color behind this initiative.
Exactly.
Why?
Why what?
Why is it so important we get all our, quote, students of color behind this initiative?
Mrs. Withers, you'll have to excuse Tanya. She's been through
No, I recognize misplaced anger when I see it. Tanya, was it? Where are you? Why are you here today, Tanya? How can I help? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry she can't speak for herself. Tanya?
Tanya sits for a moment looking down. Shell takes her hand.
What are you studying, Tanya?
Political science. She's in the honors college and is working on her senior thesis on
So you're very aware the incidence of sexual harassment and assault is significantly higher in non-white populations, including the rates of victims coming forward with substantiated charges?
She can't speak, she stands.
She is, Miss Withers, she knows all this. She's from a good family and never had anything like this happen.
Unlike so many other of our less fortunate sisters.
I thought you said she was cool.
She is. Miss Withers, this has been hell on her. She isn't, from lesser circumstances than some girls or women of color. She's
Basically a white girl?
Oh, no, I didn't mean...
So this can't be, couldn't be, shouldn't be happening to her? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, this shouldn't be happening to me.
Just like it shouldn't happen to any of us, Tanya. Not any of us. no matter our color or background or privilege or intelligence or lack thereof. But it does. It happens every hour in the lowliest offices, the dirtiest buses, the finest apartments, the most prestigious centers of government and higher education, everywhere. So what are you gonna do about it? Why are you here, Tanya? Yes?
I'm in the honors program,
So I've heard.
and my senior thesis, it's on the various factors related to higher education completion rates among female students of color in traditional versus historically black colleges.
Excellent. I look forward to your thesis defense.
So,
Her advisor is,
Enough.
okay, I didn't,
Please, Ms. Rogers. It's imperative Tanya own this herself.
own it? I know you didn't just say I need to own this. Shit. Who'd wanna own this crap?
She stands up, turns around, opens the door, yells.
Anybody out there stupid enough to take this on? The fear, the pain, the shame, the disappointment, the disillusionment in our whole fucking system?
Turns back.
Tell me what woman in their fucking right mind wants to own this shit. No, I have no interest whatsoever in owning this crap. You can have it, every last soul-eating, stinking piece of it.
Tanya collapses in the chair. Shell takes her hand. She pulls it back in. Ms. Withers pours a glass of water, hands it to Tanya, who takes and drains it.
Good. Excellent. And you're right, Tanya, 100% right. Nobody wants this and nobody should. So, we can't do much about what happened to you now, but we sure as hell can do something about who did it.
Tanya lifts the glass and places it on the desk.
it was,
Ms. Rogers, am I going to have to ask you to leave?
No, you aren't, and she's not leaving. That's my call.
Very well. At this point, it's all your call. Do you want to turn this anger, this white, hot, righteous, pissed off anger into something positive, something productive? Or do you want to push it down where all that misplaced martyrdom nonsense so many of our women have practiced for years and years? Because we certainly can't hold our men accountable.
Tanya sits up straight, looks directly at her.
You know Dr. Smith, chair of the poli-sci department?
Ms. Withers sits down, shocked.
I'm in Kelvin Smith? But he's,
I know,
and he's one,
I know.
oh my God,
He ain't no god, I can tell you that.
my God, and you have,
proof.
how did this happen?
He liked my research. He helped me with contacts in all the universities. He said I was...
The most promising student he'd met.
Said he could help me get my thesis published if I...
What kind of proof do you have?
So my word isn't enough?
No, of course not.
You actually think I made all this up?
It's just, he's,
Dr. Simon K. Smith, shiny black example of the school's non-racist progressive scholarship.
internationally respected expert, an example to millions.
I don't get caught up in titles. I find them far too restrictive, not to mention the pretension.
Enough. It's just so hard.
Tell me about it.
But they're going to insist on the, you know.
Shell holds out her phone.
Proof?
Ms. Withers nods. Shell pulls up the recording.
I made her take this. He was getting creepier and creepier, and I told her to put it in her purse, set it on his desk.
She hands the phone to Ms. Withers, who listens, sits, looks sick. Ms. Withers puts the phone down.
Oh my God.
So you recognize his voice?
Yes, we are on several university committees. Yes, it's him.
Did you doubt me?
No, of course I didn't.
What happens now, Mrs. Withers?
Ladies, according to our new university policy, zero tolerance, you know, I'll have to contact the sexual assault officer on campus. Can I have you two wait in the anteroom while I make that call?
She ushers them out in a sort of stupor.
Are you okay?
Just a few moments while I,
She shuts the door, sits behind her desk, picks up her phone, dials.
Simon, it's me. This is, you're going to get a call in a few moments. You and me, we can't, you won't be coming over tonight, and I can't ever again. How could you?
Okay, thank you. Okay, what would we like to tell Marilyn?
About the double cross her?
I'm not sure the middle character, like what, if she was, what's the purpose of her in the play? Now, maybe I missed the whole point.
She was an advocate.
Okay, so you were trying to convince her to come and talk to her.
Right,
She's her roommate.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Roommates.
All right.
right, the roommate, she heard about it, and insisted
Oh, okay.
that she come and there's a play, actually, which,
The children's hour?
no, it's actually a play. I'm trying to remember if we saw it on Broadway or on PBS, I can't remember. But stunning play, like, oh, that's right, it was at Manhattan Theater Club. And it's a young black man and a white woman, and they're in college together. And the whole play is them kind of telling their story to the audience. And the story is, there was an attraction. They both got drunk one night at a party and went off, and she was the one who was making the advances, went back to his dorm room, had sex, and in the middle of the whole thing, she kind of felt something was wrong, and she stood up and she said, actually, and he said, oh, come on back, and she went back and she spent the night. And then her RA found out about it, heard the story, and said this was sexual assault, you were raped. And took her to the, whatever dean was in charge of this. And they had a hearing, and the fellow was kicked out of school.
Was what?
Kicked out of school. Because although she never said no, she said, actually,
Is that the name of the play?
yes. And he didn't even know she did that. I mean, he was in the midst of making love and, just said, come on back, and she went back. But she had sort of second thoughts, but didn't express it. But still, the RA, who, like your character, like the Shell character, said, you've got to report this, and it ruined, really both their lives.
Is this supposedly based on a true story, or just a made-up story?
No, it's a play.
Because that could really have potentially happened, so.
Yes, well, it could have.
Yeah.
But it was very well done, because they both stood on the stage, just facing the audience, taking turns telling the story. And I was very taken with the play. It was last year, I remember. This brought that back to me, because you don't know exactly what happened between them. If it was just untoward things that he said, or his requests in order to do what he would do for her, if she, and if they actually did have sex. You really don't know that. But it still falls under that zero tolerance rule that many institutions have.
I don't know how it even meets the bar on that, but okay.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what actually happened.
Well,
in
why
this
don't we?
play.
I mean, if there's gonna be a trial or an inquest of some kind, wouldn't she have to admit what happened?
well, they would have
But we
to,
don't
yes.
even know that.
It was
But-
something on the phone.
Oh, we don't
Yes,
know
it was
that.
something on the phone.
We didn't see it, so then.
Yeah, oh, and actually,
That was talking about the-
no, I'm talking about this play,
Oh, oh,
it made me
okay.
think of this play,
Oh.
because there doesn't really, I'm gonna try not to say that word, there doesn't really have to be a sexual act
Yeah.
for there to be prosecution. Or to be deemed inappropriate behavior.
Can you
Yeah.
say
Well, especially
Clarence
this-
I'm sorry,
Thomas? Can you say Clarence Thomas?
did I say, well, I mean, Harvey Weinstein, yeah.
Who had, the question is, who has the power in this?
Right, he was a
In
doctor,
a-
he was
in
a professor.
First of all, teacher-student relationship,
Right,
there can't be any hint of it,
right. And he was overseeing her thesis.
which means he had the power.
A lot of power, right,
And he
right.
could, if he wanted to, if
right,
he was particularly, and if he thought he could get away with it,
right,
he could dice a career.
right.
Really did.
I liked how the predicament that the professor was put in, how, you know, she's all gung-ho, but then was somebody she knew. And-
Not only knew, but apparently
Yeah.
had a relationship with.
And that was
Yeah,
a nice treat for the end,
Yes.
a nice
Yeah.
surprise, I didn't predict that at all.
Yeah, I like that too.
And the actress could really mind that.
That's what
Yeah.
made me, regardless of what color she is, or her, the way you acted it, and the way which I thought was very good, was that she was not hesitant to believe Tanya, was because it was like she was more shocked that this is somebody I'm with.
Right,
And also, even if she wasn't with him, the fact that he's got such respect on the campus,
right.
and somebody you know, when it's somebody you know, it's more, oh my God, I can't believe it. You ever say, I don't believe it, even though you know that it's true, but say, I can't, oh my God, I don't believe it, but you know it's true.
So just to
So-
make it clear, Tanya is African American,
Oh, okay.
Shell is Caucasian,
And,
and Mrs. Withers is
Is-
African American.
right, okay,
And the professor
is
is
African,
African
right.
American.
No,
But
I,
I'm saying, I'm sorry, just to be clear,
Yeah,
that it doesn't even matter to me what color, her
Yeah, I don't
reaction
think
would
that
be the
matters.
same,
yes,
because she
Yes.
has this close relationship with the professor, who
Yes.
just did what is accused of, and now she just heard the proof on the recording.
right,
So she's gonna act like, yes, I said we have to prosecute it, but oh my God, we have to prosecute it.
right, right,
That's all, okay.
yeah,
I thought the reason for Shell being white is to show, I heard some racism on the part of the Withers
Uh-huh.
toward the white girl. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, what are you talking about? You shut up, I'm gonna kick you out of here.
Right.
You don't do that.
Well,
No,
but
wait,
no, I know,
no,
we
I
have-
was
Because
yeah,
the testimony
yeah.
had to come from the person.
Right,
I thought she was
It-
dismissive of the
No,
white.
it
I want you to
has
talk
to
for
do
her.
with if you're going to make it stick.
No, I understand that.
You can't, but I don't think it had anything to do with color.
I wonder,
No, I
I
don't
wonder if
think
that's
so.
the playwright's intention, like,
Yeah.
was there a cultural message there? Was there some kind of message in, like, the assumptions that the lady over there
Yes,
Girl.
Mrs. Withers.
Yeah, Mrs. Withers
Withers?
had, you know, with the African American girl, because it seemed to be a little bit of like assumptions, and I'm wondering if the playwright was intending to present that.
I mean,
That was
That-
just-
with the
so Shell could have been black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
But
think it
then-
mattered,
but-
yeah, yeah.
No, I think there was a
Do you?
reason for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Withers
There's a
seemed
reason for it.
to be condescending to Tanya because she was a privileged white girl, and that she had to cheat. Did I miss that?
No,
She
no,
was
African
that-
American.
no, I
Oh,
think
she
the
was-
point was
She
that,
wasn't white, though. She was
you know, Shell says, Tanya, she's not, you know, she didn't come from a poor family or a bad situation. She came from a good, you know,
Right.
healthy situation, and Mrs. Withers said, like a white.
Oh, right,
Yeah, that's-
Right,
Right.
she was,
So.
she's
so-
one of these, you know,
Right.
black activists.
Right,
Yeah.
And
right.
so she assumed, well, this black girl got attacked, she must be of lower class blacks. And she says, no, she's
That's
a.
what Shell is saying,
Right,
no,
and
she's
she's
not
not,
a
she's
white
not,
person.
and Withers didn't wanna hear that
Right.
from this white girl.
Right, right.
Well,
Yeah.
too, keep in mind, Shell is also, what, 20 years old?
Yeah,
This
they're
this may be the first time in her life,
Yeah.
she's, something of, something this important has happened. And I think, yes, she's a little high on the idea of being Wonder Woman,
And helping her
and
friends.
helping and fighting the battle for
And
her.
making sure
And the
that-
administrator is telling her, you don't, you sit
Right.
still, you listen to her, if she cries, but otherwise, this has to be her, not you.
She has to own it, right,
Right.
and that was a very interesting response. Who wants to own this? Anybody wanna own this?
Yeah.
You know, not me, I don't wanna own
Yeah, that
it.
was good.
So, yeah, I
Was,
thought that
was there something with the title, when the title was read to us, the assault?
Right, it's
Assault.
assault.
Yeah, because it's
with
in
The
parentheses.
S is in parentheses.
Which is?
One or more assault.
Yeah, one or more assault.
I'm wondering if the second assault is the professor assaulting her with accusations about, did it really happen, or?
I think you're
Oh,
reading into
no, I
it.
think it's more,
Assault to
uh,
the relationship.
with Mrs. Withers.
Yeah, with her and
Oh,
that.
that's what I'm saying, that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I would have liked to see the play be a little bit longer with the shell and the victim picking up on the professor's resistance and pushing back against it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see
A lot
more
of,
of that.
a lot of opportunity for conflict there and
for after the phone call, or before
Well,
the
the
phone.
students come back at the professor a little bit.
it could be either way,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was very well written because it's
Yeah,
such
I
what happened.
agree.
Yes, and I think the end, that was it, that's the message. It happens, she says it, and it's done.
Yeah.
You know, fade to black. So,
No pun intended.
okay.
Although-
Okay, so we have one more.
Although, what Withers did in actually calling the perpetrator
Right.
is way against the rules.
Way out of line,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You're gonna be getting a call.
Yeah.
Time to hit the road. Okay, so this one is called Prepper's Nightmare.
Who's?
What-
Prepper. Prepper, prepper. Prepper is somebody who thinks the end of the world is coming, and they're
Oh.
preparing for it.
Yeah.
So, and this is written by,
Salt and pepper?
Yeah.
Salt and Prepper. This is written by our playwright Rex McGregor, who lives in New Zealand.
Wow.
You have to
So,
talk like that.
well, that's my question.
Okay.
Do we have, one of them is an American, and the other is a woman from New Zealand. Do we have?
Kiwi.
Can you do New Zealand?
I think I can.
Okay,
Really?
okay.
Okay, so-
Cheryl, come do,
Right. Let's try it.
So I'm doing whoever?
Something like
and
that.
you're doing, yes, you're doing the American. And then,
It might sound more English than New Zealand, but
it's close, yeah.
they would know the difference.
And, stage direction, oh yeah, come. You're the only one left who hasn't read. So- Oh, I'm sorry. It's a good one left. Oh, you didn't read, I'm sorry then. Because I forgot that couple was gonna read it, so I was
Yeah.
all set. I was good, and then they showed up and they said they're reading. I said, oh my God, I forgot, I made copies, I was all set.
And they didn't read, they
No, they, well,
performed.
she said that, yes. So, but that was interesting.
It was very good.
Stephen, I'm sorry. Well, yeah.
It was nice for all of us to be the audience.
Yeah, it's all right, Dan, I only had 3 lines.
Yeah.
Prepper's Nightmare, a comedy by Rex McGregor. Synopsis. Keen to be prepared for any global catastrophe, a wealthy American is installing a bunker on remote farmland in New Zealand. He believes this will be the safest place in the world to protect his family until he meets a local. Characters. Doug, American man, survivalist. Tui, did I say that right?
It's me.
New Zealand woman, sheep farmer. Place, remote farmland in the South Island of New Zealand. Time, the present. Doug enters, taking a 360 degrees video on his phone.
See, honey, rolling green hills. Here's the construction site. Excavating's done. Tomorrow they install the unit. Sandra, it's way more than a bunker. We're getting an undetectable survival suite. Once it's grassed over, no one will know we're down there. Look, I'd like to invite friends around too, but when society collapses, we'll have to stop being sociable. Yes, even with our fellow preppers, they mean well, but they ignore one crucial fact. Nowhere in America is guaranteed safe. They're prime targets, sitting ducks. Trust me, the securest option is right here, on South Island, New Zealand. Political stability, no enemies, and the whole Pacific Ocean as a buffer. Fine, call me unpatriotic. I have one goal, protecting you and the kids. What comes first with you, huh? A sentimental attachment to the country you happen to be born in, or our family? Sandra, honey, any place we're together and safe should be home enough.
In the distance, a dog barks.
You have a good hard think. I'll call you later.
Doug ends the call and expresses exasperation.
Cole, get back here!
Excuse me, this is private property.
Sorry, mate. He's just a pup, still learning.
Somewhere else, please.
That'll do. Cole, lie down.
Put him on a leash.
Leash? That's a good one. You Townie?
If you can't control your dog, I'll call the authorities.
Tui enters carrying a shepherd's stick.
Authorities? Mate, big city dude, eh?
I'm not in the habit of chatting to strangers.
That proves it.
Kindly leave my property.
Cole! Can't whistle. Step away from that tree! Don't you cock your leg!
Didn't you read the sign?
No tree pissing. Aw, too late.
No trespassing.
You should copy my signs. Trespassers will be shot.
I don't want any trouble.
Got to have a gun. Otherwise, the pests will walk all over you.
What pests?
Animal rights activists. The plain reality of farm life gets their dander up.
Well, they'll have no quarrel with me. I'm not here to farm sheep.
So I see. Yeah, it's a huge hole in the ground. What are you up to?
Nothing that concerns you.
Relax. I aren't one of them greenies. I've got no objection to mining.
I'm not mining.
Pity. I boost the local economy. So, if you're prospecting, go for your life.
I'm not prospecting.
Then what's it gonna be? A swimming pool?
If you'll excuse me.
Aha, I'm warm. But this is too deep for a pool. Unless it's a tank for dolphins.
I'm not installing an aquarium.
Accommodation?
This has gone far enough.
Oh, bullseye! A luxury resort.
Look here.
Oh my. With this much underground, I can imagine the height of the whole complex.
I very much doubt it.
20 floors? 50?
Not even close.
Whoa!
Think what you like.
I'm surprised us neighbours weren't notified.
What I do on my property is my business.
Not according to the Environment Court.
This project will have zero impact.
That's what all developers say. Skyscrapers don't hurt the air.
Now, wait and see. You'll have nothing to complain about.
Don't freak out, mate. I'm on your side.
Really?
This region's lagging behind. We need tourists. Your mega hotel will be a godsend.
Hang on.
Wait, there's heaps of land for car parks. Why bother with a multi-level basement?
You naive fool. With your petty concerns, you have no idea what's coming.
Eh?
Take my advice. Plan for the future. Think Titanic.
Oh man! I've been so short-sighted.
A common fault.
This hotel is just the start. You're building a whole strip. A Las Vegas. Count me in.
What?
I've made a pile of money recently. I'll be your business partner.
No, thanks. I prefer to be self-reliant.
That's your trouble, Doug. You let people rip you off.
How do you know my name?
It's on the deed of sale. Until last week, this land was part of my farm. Tui,
Oh,
your agent fell for the old fake auction bid. You paid twice the market value.
a big deal. I focus on more important things than money.
You put me to shame.
Go home and rethink your priorities.
You've already converted me. Doug, you're a true visionary.
It's a gift.
From now on, I'll put every cent into regional development.
If that's what makes you happy.
Together, we'll create a major tourist hub.
I'm afraid I can't associate with a self-confessed swindler.
Fair enough. I'll build my own hotels.
Let's think this through. Who'd want to come here?
You did.
For the peace and quiet.
There you go.
But bring in hordes of people and you lose the one selling point. No one will stay.
Bugger.
Well, that's the end of that.
No. We just need a better hook. A unique attraction.
There's nothing around for miles.
Except sheep.
People have encountered sheep before.
Have they? Have they had the thrill of personally slaughtering a lamb?
What?
We'll provide an authentic, hands-on farm experience. Knives and aprons supplied.
Sounds gory.
There'll be gloves for the squeamish. And goggles for the splatter.
You mentioned animal rights activists. They're bound to protest.
Bring 'em on! We'll arm the tourists with rifles.
Seriously?
Just to fire warning shots.
You'd give loaded weapons to an untrained mob?
Towning socket aiming. We may have the odd accident.
You don't seem worried.
It's all publicity. A few deaths will put us on the map.
Oh my God.
Our theme park will be world famous. We'll be the thrill seekers' target destination.
Target?
Where else can they slit a lamb's throat and cut pests?
Tui, listen, I'm abandoning this project.
Why?
I'm a vegan.
Off stage, a dog barks.
Since when?
Oh, that's irrelevant. This place isn't for me. Will you buy the land back?
At market price. Minus the substantial damage.
Fine.
Cole! Get away from that hole!
Tui exits, Doug makes a phone call.
Sandra, change of plan. It's too weird here. Let's install the unit closer to home. We'll accept the risk. See you soon.
Doug ends the call. Tui enters carrying a friendly puppy.
Say hello to Cole.
Excuse me, I'm allergic to fur.
Doug exits, Tui hugs Cole.
Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog?
Tui's phone rings, she answers it.
Sandra? My pleasure.
End of play.
Yeah, I was
The
working
wife
on
didn't.
scenes.
The wife didn't want to move.
So I was trying to chase him away with the slaughter.
My God, okay, yeah, that's. She was in cahoots with the wife.
No, I'm on Long Island.
It was a good imitation of a dog.
Thank you. Sorry, Ron, I have stage.
Two dogs.
We're going with dogs, is what that about.
So, what do we have to tell Rex?
Ron was the priest.
Did we, did anybody get it, what he was doing? Did you get it from his opening phone conversation?
Yeah,
well,
I didn't get that.
That's what a prepper does.
Yes.
They're survivalists.
Survive, that's more common in our part.
Right, survivor, yes.
Yeah,
Prepper,
Below
I never heard that.
Yeah, oh, maybe I wasn't listening.
And that's what the father was.
Right.
He had,
An underground.
he had an underground,
Yeah.
shelter, he
Right.
had arms stored, he had camp.
Yeah, I just saw it like that.
Except that wasn't,
Right,
that was for real.
I
Yeah.
used to
And
run
it was, one of my neighbors,
compound.
right here in, Fort Salonga,
Yes?
long time ago, had built an underground shelter, the whole thing, was stocking it, the whole thing.
Right.
Oh, Y2K?
Actually, my brother's house in Smithtown, when he bought it, there was a shelter, just a little thing, but,
Yeah.
it was, built during the whole Red Scare.
Yeah, we had a sign that said, this house has no, atomic shelter or something, we had a sign made.
Oh.
In the fifties, that was
Right,
like.
don't come here.
Wasn't that a big scare in the fifties, and then like.
What did they
Yeah,
call
the
it?
fifties, yeah.
There was one.
Yeah.
Bomb
Y2K
shelter, that's
was a big
it.
scare.
And
Oh,
also-
the computer's gonna break down the whole
And
world.
also kind of currently, there's also like a resurgence of that.
Well, more people have nuclear
Yeah,
weapons, you
yeah.
know, so, all countries, but,
With the sea level rising.
but I don't think kids are duck and covering anymore.
No, I don't, no. I think the word got around.
Secure wooden desks.
Right.
Listen to those shows, pajamas on the ground. And I can
Put it under a desk, and that's gonna protect
Stay
you
away
from all
from
the
the
radiation.
Oh,
Remember, they used to build the fire drills, and I thought in Brooklyn, the first few years of school.
Instead of duck and cover.
Pretty much it.
Trained what to do
And you
if there's
hit
an
under the
active
desk.
shooter.
People really expect
Right.
it. They expect it could be that night.
There's more of those than atomic
Oh, there's more.
bombs.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name in the show, in the movie, in the play, the character? What was your character?
Robert Glenn actually turned it.
What'd you just play?
Doug.
Doug. So Doug says this is the best place, nobody's ever gonna attack it, it's the best place to build it. Well, if nobody's gonna attack it, why build a shelter?
Showing about the
Well, it's
shockwave.
Except, a lot
He's
of the
on the beach,
thought,
trying to
a
figure
lot
out
of the
how he
thought
can
of
get
building
in his
one of these
tricycle and escape down the
underground
FDR
things,
drive.
God, they're buildings in Missouri, they're taking the old silos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
The rocket silos, and they're
Missile.
making,
'Cause they go down-
multiple condos,
Because they go
yeah.
down to
They-
20.
They're
They're
down,
obsolete.
and they
They're
are
obsolete as
safe.
weapons, so.
Right, and, the idea is that when the tragedy happens, be it nuclear, be it, environmental, with the floods and everything, be it, just lack of food or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the big thing is, disease, you're there underground and nobody can get in,
That's right,
and it's well armed,
yeah.
and,
But then what? Who wants to be
Yeah,
in the world?
yeah, right,
At that point,
exactly.
Where does get food?
My thought exactly.
well, you gotta stay there until it's all
Beware
dead.
of rocket.
well, in Turkey, there's a natural,
On the beach.
caves that go down for stories and stories and stories. And they've been used for thousands of years. When enemy hordes came by,
Really?
the people used to hide in
In
there.
caves.
And it was amazing, if there was cool down there, they had
Yeah, it's
whole
freezing.
vents that were just,
Yeah.
air vents, and then little carved out spaces. And they have had whole populations go down there. We were down in them, it was amazing.
You
So,
just gotta be careful about like Peter Pan,
Did they
The
go back
smoke
to
came
ancient
up,
times,
they
Charlotte?
knew where they
Were they
were.
done in ancient, did they go back to ancient times, these caves?
I got
Yeah,
they were-
yeah. Okay, well, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was this yours?
That was fun.
oh, yes.
Okay, well, we discussed it.
Don't take away the extras.
Thank you.
Don't take the